Hello, today we will talk about control system stability. I am Uday Mumbaikar, electrical engineer. So any system can be modeled by normally modeled using differential equations in time domain. Now for studying its behavior, we often convert it into frequency domain using Laplace transform. But the assumption while using Laplace transform is that system is linear and time invariant. Now what is linear and what is non-linear system? In a linear system, if input gives a particular output and another input gives another output, and if we add the two inputs, then the output will be addition of the two outputs. Whereas in non-linear system, if we add two inputs, the output is not addition of their corresponding outputs. And in time variant and time invariant means what? Time invariant is a system whose behavior remains same throughout the time. That is, yesterday how it behaved, and today it will behave similarly. That is, if you apply voltage to a resistor, the value of resistor will remain same yesterday, today, and day after tomorrow also, and it will remain same throughout the experiment. Whereas time varying system, their behavior change with time. We have to consider the value of parameters like resistors, inductors, etc. In case of electrical system, in case of other systems, other parameters are there which vary with time. So we assume that the constant parameters remain constant in time invariant system, and only then the Laplace transform method is valid. So in order to overcome this drawback, the state space representation was used for modeling nonlinear time varying system. It also could model multi-input, multi-output system. So system is stable when we have bounded input gives bounded output. So stability of a system is determined by studying its response. Now total response, stability of the system can be studied by determining its response. So total response of any system is a summation of its natural response plus forced response. That is, natural response means when no input is there, external input, a system at a particular state, how it will behave, that will be the natural response. Now we know that state space has states variable, and the value of state variables determine the state of the system. So system is stable if natural response approaches zero or oscillates. That we know that natural response approaches zero or oscillates. Only then the system is stable. It behaves according to the input of forced response. Otherwise, if it natural response does not approach zero, then given a forced response, the output can be anything. It might go out of the permissible limits of parameters, output values. So now let's consider a second order system which has two state variables x1 and x2 represented in the state variable form. X dot is equal to x plus bu and y dot is equal to cx plus du. Now for checking the natural response, we have to solve differential equations. So when we solve differential, what we mean by solving differential equation is we find the response of the system considering the initial state of the system. Like we solve differential equation using numerical techniques or standard techniques, numerical techniques like Euler method, Runge-Kutta method, etc. And in standard techniques like using exact differential equation methods and integration methods. So if we know the initial condition, then what will be the behavior of the system? That is nothing but output. that is nothing but solving the differential equation. So differential equation can be called as a flow of the system. That is, if x1 and x2 represent the state of the system, if a system is over here, then its response with time is the output of the differential equation. And now for checking stability, we have to check whether the system approaches a particular point or it keeps moving in the state space. So even if the system is in any state, it should approach a particular point. Only then the system is stable, that is, its natural response dies. So now for finding stability of the system, we will have to solve the differential equation and check for each input whether the system approaches a fixed equilibrium point or not. So this might be like, if the system is at this point, then is it approaching over here? We, in this way, we will have to check for all initial conditions, which is a very rigorous method. So in the next lecture, we will study how to find stability of the system using eigenvalues, which is a very easy way of finding stability of the system.